2020 BMW F900R vs Yamaha MT-09 comparison. The middleweight sport bike class of motorcycles is one of the most hotly contested segments in the industry, and one with the most variety. Chock full of machines that need to be everything to everybody, these motorcycles often runs the gamut of activities, from commuting, canyon riding, touring, and even the occasional track day. Beyond being multifaceted machines that bring joy to our lives, the middleweight sport bike genre has several options that appeal to our wallets, such as the 2020 Yamaha MT-09, a class favorite that offers a whole lot of performance for $8,999. Yamaha's brilliant roadster has kept riders grinning ear to ear since it was introduced in 2014. Over its 6-year tour of duty, the MT-09 received a few updates, in the form of upgraded suspension, ECU mapping, electronics, and appearance. However, it is mostly the same motorcycle that shook the class up a few years ago. This year, BMW launched the F900R, a naked sport machine explicitly built to offer the kind of value that the Japanese manufacturers deliver. It's no secret that BMW makes some of the most sophisticated motorcycles on the market, but that sophistication comes at a price that excludes many buyers. Outsourcing production of the 895 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine to Longqing, China, is just one of the several ways that BMW has managed to keep the base price at a competitive $8,995. BMW wants to take on the Japanese in terms of price, but I was curious how it would compare on the road. So, I pitted the 2020 BMW F900R newcomer against the stalwart 2020 Yamaha MT-09. These two motorcycles are both in the middleweight naked sport class, but that's about where the list of comparable traits ends, with some surprising results. Ergonomics. The moment you throw a leg over either of these machines, it becomes abundantly clear that BMW and Yamaha have radically different ideas of what a roadster should be. Hopping aboard the F900R, and you're met with a tight, compact cockpit with a sporty riding position. The RS narrow chassis makes the 32.1-inch seat height of the BMW accessible to riders of a variety of sizes, and my 32-inch inseam was able to reach terra firma with ease. However, the seat-to-peg ratio is reminiscent of a superbike-based street fighter, as the foot pegs are positioned relatively high, causing noticeable knee bend. Combined with a close reach to the handlebars, the F900R makes you feel as if you are always ready to pounce at the next set of curves. That aggressive rider triangle translates to a motorcycle that is particularly adept in the canyons. When riding with a furrowed eyebrow, it pays off in spades, as it allows you to wrestle the BMW into submission. Those same traits do make it taxing at lower speeds and in the city. You'll never have to worry about dragging foot pegs, though the rubber grip pads need to be done away with because they deform under the rider's weight. The Yamaha MT-09 takes an every-rider approach to ergonomics. While it has compromised a bit of sportiness in its riding position, it has happily made up for in the form of outright comfort. We'll call it sport casual, a rider triangle that is a half step forward of neutral, with plenty of legroom and a relaxed reach of the bars. Though the MT-09 features a marginally higher 32.3-inch seat height, the rider is nestled in the chassis of the Yamaha, as opposed to atop it like the BMW, making it feel lower. The seat-to-peg ratio is much more expansive, increasing comfort in all environments. It won't shy away from a good rip in the canyons, but you'll need to be a little more conscious of your lean angle as you are more likely to begin dragging foot pegs due to their lower placement. The saddles are noticeably different as well, with thin, firm foam being used on the BMW and relatively comfortable accommodations found on the Yamaha. The BMW does offer high and low seat option 30.3 to 34.1 inches, while the Yamaha does have a plus here comfort saddle available as a factory accessory. Engines. New to the party is BMW 895 cubic centimeters parallel twin, producing a claimed 99 horsepower at 8,500 rpm and 67 ft-lbs at 6,500 rpm. If you need a single-word description of the revamped P-twin, it is tractable. The F900R features a 270/450 degree firing interval and 90 degree offset that offers far more charm than its F800R predecessor, while giving it some extra pep in its step. The revised firing order has become something of a popular trend in motorcycling, and I'm not complaining, as it makes the 900's exhaust intriguing. Thanks to new dual counterbalancers, it doesn't rattle your fillings out, either, unless you're at the bitter of the rev range and bouncing it off the limiter. It revs up quickly and delivers a nice hit of torque right off the line that will help propel you off any apex. It's a fun, easy-to-use engine with enough performance on tap to satiate most riders, and lets experienced riders exploit it completely. At the same time, it won't overwhelm newer riders or the stout chassis. Great low-end, better mids, and commendable top-end power make the BMW's power plant an excellent piece of kit. Still, part of me wishes it was a tad more potent, creating more synergy between its stellar chassis and aggressive riding position.